Good morning, class 11C, those who are sitting here offline and those who have joined online. We shall now discuss the syllabus of second unit test. The first chapter that you have here is basic accounting terms. Before we can switch to any other accounting procedure, as being a student for accounts, a student for commerce, you must know these basic accounting terms. Alright. So when we talk about the basic accounting terms, the first term that comes into our mind is a business transaction. Whenever we do any business activity, there is something which we buy and something which we pay for, something which we sell and against which we receive money. So this give and get of goods and services. This give and take of goods and services is called as a business transaction. And if it involves the movement of money in it, then the accounting methods or the accounting principle says that they are to be recorded in the books of account, right? So I think this is clear. Then what is an account? A record of transaction is called an account. For example, now after you have completed journal entries, you will now start with ledger accounts. And why do we study ledger accounts? All the journal entries that you have done, when we classify them on the basis of different names of account, for example, cash account hoga, there will be bank account, there will be an account with names, Ramesh's account, Gupta's account, Messrs XYZ Unlimited account, right? So when we do classification, we require account. What is an account? Suppose date, particulars. Now like in ledger journal we have ledger folio, in the similar way in ledger we will have journal folio to get back from where you have started this entry. So our account means, for example, cash. So date, particulars, journal folio, amount. Then again a date column, particulars column, journal folio and amount. Credit side. So this is how debit side and credit side. You call this a cash account. Date, particulars, journal folio, amount. Date, particulars, journal folio, amount. Half on the debit side and half on the credit side. जितने भी transactions होंगी, जितनी भी journal entries होंगी, इसमें cash आया होगा, या तो debit हुआ होगा, या तो credit हुआ होगा. Accordingly, we have to post. When you write on this side, you write TO2 and write the name. What you write, then that will do for the journal entry. You write it this side, you write DY. So this setup is called an account. Why do we make an account? Because when we do journal entries, we don't get the final balances or the closing balances. But when we do ledger entries, at the end, the bigger total minus the smaller total will bring you either buy balance or either to balance, which is the balancing figure. So to know the balance, you create an account. So this is an account. It can be a cash account, it can be a bank account, it can be salaries account also, it can be account for anything. It can be for furniture also, for any random number of accounts that you have used in the journal entry. Then what is capital? The amount which is invested by the businessman into his business is called capital. Please note, investor himself or owner himself is a separate entity and his business is a separate entity. That is why capital is recorded in the liability section of balance sheet. I have taught you what is our liability side and what is an asset side when we did accounting equations. So when we talk about liability side, it means all the responsibilities which the business have to pay off. वो सारी responsibilities या वो सारे पैसे जो business को चुकाने हैं, that comes under liability. So capital is also liability and capital has a credit balance, right? Drawings. What are drawings? Out of the money which he has invested into business, sometimes some money he will take out from business for his personal use. When he will take it out to be spent on the business, it will be called as an expense. But when he will use it for his personal use, like drawings made for paying school fees of his children, or drawings made for purchasing a bicycle for his son, all these will be called as drawings. So what is drawings? The amount withdrawn from business for proprietor's personal use will be termed as drawings. Drawings can be in the form of cash also and in the forms of goods also. For example, I am a seller of furniture and I used one sofa of my shop to be put into my drawing room. It will be called as my drawings. Next is liabilities. Now what are liabilities? Like I told you, capital is also a liability. All the responsibilities या वो सारे दायित्व, जिम्मेदारी, बिजनेस की क्या जिम्मेदारी है कि अपनी लाइबिलिटीज को पे ऑफ करे बिफोर इट शट्स डाउन. So all that comes in the liability side of the balance sheet, like creditors, like loans, like capital, like any other outstanding expense. All these comes under the term liabilities. Now liabilities can be of various types. It can be a current liability and it can be a long-term liability. When a liability is to be paid within 12 months, means within a year, then it is called as a current liability. Outstanding expenses पे करने हो सकते हैं. Short term borrowings, लोन लिया ही 3 months के लिए है, उसके बाद पेनाल्टी लगेगी, फाइन लगेगा. So what is this? This is a kind of a short term borrowing or a current liability. What are long term liabilities? For example, you take a home loan. It runs for 10-20 years. You take a car loan. It runs minimum for a period of 5 years or 7 years. So those are long term liabilities which are to be paid after 12 months. Alright. So current liabilities and long term liabilities. Capital is also a long term liability. Next is the concept of assets. Like liabilities, assets can also be of various types. So when you talk about assets, the things which are used to run business are called as assets of the business, जिनके basis पर business run करता है. For example, the building, the premises, the factory area, the machines, the plant, the furniture, computer, television, or जो printing press, anything, that all comes under asset. Cash, bank account, all these. Bank is a personal thing. Now, assets. When we talk about assets, assets can be fixed assets and assets can be current assets. What are fixed assets? Fixed assets are those whose existence is fixed, right? As the nature says, fixed assets. Now when we talk, और इन पे किया जाने वाला खर्चा बार बार नहीं किया जाता है. When you purchase a land for your premises or for your office, you will continue to use that land for many years, right? So what is a fixed asset? It includes all the fixed assets like plant, machinery, building, furniture, the normal fixed assets. Then there can be tangible assets. There can be intangible assets and there can be fictitious assets. What is this? Tangible means which have a physical existence, जो आँखों से दिख भी रही होती है, बिल्डिंग दिख रही होती है, प्लांट एंड मशीनरी दिख रही होती है. Tangible. Intangible कौन सी हो सकती है? For example, goodwill. It exists. You earn money because you have a good goodwill, because you have a good reputation, but it is not seen with the eyes. It has a monetary existence. उसकी monetary value होती है, लेकिन वो नज़र में नहीं आती. It is not seen. Intangible assets. Then what are fictitious assets? Basically, the word fictitious means assumed, assumption. So fictitious assets वो assets होती हैं जो actually assets नहीं होती हैं. These are certain expenses जो huge होते हैं और जिनको हम कुछ years तक write off करते रहते हैं. For example, if I spend rupees 20 lakhs on an advertisement, like I told you when I was teaching you, I spend rupees 20 lakh on an advertisement. अब वो पूरे 20 lakhs इसी year में spend कर देंगे तो net loss हो सकता है. You cannot bear such a huge expense. So what I did, I decided that I will write off 2 lakh rupees every year. In this way, this becomes a deferred revenue expenditure for 10 years. So deferred revenue expenditures are fictitious assets. I repeat, कोई ऐसा ह्यूज अमाउंट का एक्सपेंस जिसको हमने करा तो 1 साल है, लेकिन उससे मिलने वाले बेनिफिट्स कई साल तक अचीव कर सकते हैं, तो उसका नेचर भी फिर एसेट जैसा होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, if an advertisement was made with Bingo taking Ranveer Singh in the advertisement and when the chips become popular, it will be continued to be sold for many number of years. But the expenses were so much because it involved a celebrity and the very huge setup in making that ad video, and then it will be treated as a deferred revenue expenditure. Usually जो huge amount के advertisements वगैरह होते हैं, those are called as deferred revenue expenditures. This is a fictitious asset. What are current assets? Current assets means those assets which are either cash, जो ready cash हैं, or they can be very quickly converted into cash. जो या तो खुद कैश होते हैं, करेंसी नोट्स होते हैं, और दे कैन बी वेरी क्विकली कन्वर्टेड इनटू कैश. दोज आर कॉल्ड एज करंट असेट्स. Then we have receipts. Receipts can be of two types: capital receipt and a revenue receipt. Capital receipt मतलब you receive money, you receive something. So what are capital receipts? Those receipts which we don't receive on a regular basis. कभी मशीनरी सेल हुई 2 years में एक बार, तो कैपिटल रिसिप्ट हो गई. बट व्हाट इज अ रेवेन्यू रिसिप्ट? व्हेन यू डू सेल्स एंड यू रिसीव मनी. दिस इज माई रेगुलर बिजनेस एक्टिविटी. सो जो रिसीविंग रेगुलर बिजनेस एक्टिविटी से होती है, दैट इज अ रेवेन्यू रिसिप्ट. बट those receipts which are made from sale of fixed asset या जो once in a blue moon अगर होती है, those are called as capital receipts. Like sale of old motor car, sale of old plant, sale of old typewriter, computer, all these can be capital receipts. Similar, capital expenditures. Capital expenditures are of 3 types. They can be of expenditures can be of 3 types. Capital expenditure. The expenses made on purchase of fixed assets are capital expenditure. Then what is the revenue expenditure? जो day to day running of business के लिए करा गया वो revenue expenditure. जैसे capital receipt और revenue receipt होती है, वैसे ही capital expenditure और revenue expenditure होता है. And the third one is the deferred revenue expenditure, which is also a fictitious asset, and I have told you. Next is an expense. What is an expense? Profit या revenue generate करने के लिए जो खर्चा करना पड़ता है, that is called an expense, right? For example, if I sell things in a shop and I earn money, what do I need to have? I need to have a salesman. I need to have tube lights, fans and ACs in the shop, because if the tube lights and the fans are not working, who will come to the shop? How will I run the shop if I don't have electricity? Where will I sit if I don't have an office chair? So all these are not exactly office chair will be termed as an asset, but day to day running के लिए, like electricity का bill पे करेंगे, उसमें जो cleaner रखेंगे या जो sales person रखेंगे उसकी salary पे करेंगे. So all these expenses which are incurred for regular income, regular earning, will be called as a receipt. Expense. And what you receive from that, it will be called as a receipt. Then there comes the concept of prepaid and outstanding expenses. What are prepaid expenses? उनसे मिलने वाला बेनिफिट तो अभी नहीं लिया है, मगर उनके लिए खर्चा कर चुके हैं. लाइक प्रीपेड इंश्योरेंस, प्रीपेड फीस, प्रीपेड मोबाइल, प्रीपेड इलेक्ट्रिसिटी मीटर्स आर ऑल्सो देयर नाउअडेज. सो प्रीपेड एक्सपेंसेस. व्हाट आर आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंसेस? उनसे मिलने वाला बेनिफिट तो ले लिया, लेकिन अभी उनको पेमेंट नहीं किया है. एम्प्लॉय हैज़ वर्कड फॉर यू थ्रू आउट द मंथ for all 30 days, but his salary is still outstanding. So when we say outstanding, it is an expense, and when we say prepaid, we put it on the assets, right? And when it is an outstanding expense, we put it on the liability side. The prepaid expense paid in advance, and outstanding, it is still standing, and when you pay, cash will go out and the particular outstanding expense will be cancelled off. Then what is income? All your expense, all your income minus all your expense is your income. For example, if my receipt is 1 lakh rupees in a year, and to make this 1 lakh rupees, I have spent also 20,000 rupees. So full 1 lakh, so it did not come to my pocket. How much did actually come? 80,000 actually came. So this shall be called as my income. Minus expenses. Revenue minus expenses will be called as income. There can be one line small questions based on these small simple formulas for calculation also. Let me tell you, if in case you get my drift. Next is profit. What is profit? What I earn is my profit. There can be 2 types of profit: gross profit and net profit. When you study final accounts, you will study 2 types of profits: ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट क्या होता है? प्रॉफिट फ्रॉम ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटीज़, यानी कि फैक्ट्री रिलेटेड, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग रिलेटेड जितने भी एक्सपेंसेस होंगे, मेकिंग रिलेटेड एक्सपेंसेस, दे विल बी ट्रीटेड अंडर द ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट एंड दे विल गिव यू द ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट. ग्रॉस अभी ग्रॉस है, उसको नेट नहीं किया है. नेट करना मतलब उसको और सिंप्लीफाई करना. सिंप्लीफाई कब करेंगे? जब उसमें से ऑफिस एक्सपेंसेस भी माइनस कर देते हैं. Gross profit means the profit which is earned on the basis of factory activities. What is net profit? Activities which are involved in office also, like printing and stationery, or like all other packaging and all these are involved with selling. So those expenses which are involved with selling, जब हम उन्हें भी minus कर देते हैं, then you receive the net profit. Anyways, we'll get the elaborated concept when we talk about final accounts. So what is gain? Profit earned from transactions on an incidental basis is a gain. कोई भी ऐसा इनकम जो एक्चुअली होना नहीं था, but you consider yourself lucky or there were circumstances that you got money, is a gain. I was expecting that this mobile phone will be sold for 3,000 rupees, but surprisingly it got sold for 5,000 rupees. So the remaining 2,000 was my gain, right? Loss. What is the loss? Any money which is lost from your hands is a loss. What is purchase? When we buy goods to be resold is called as purchase, right? Purchase of fixed asset will be not called as a purchase. Why? Because it is not meant to be resold. वो AC हमने ऑफिस में लगाने के लिए मंगाया है, उसको बेचने के लिए नहीं मंगाया. और जब हम एयर कंडीशन के डीलर्स होंगे, जब हमारी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की शॉप होगी, तब जब हम AC खरीदेंगे, मीन्स आई वांट टू रीसेल. So those will be called as purchases. What are purchases? When we buy goods to be resold, then we call them as purchases. Purchase return क्या होता है? At times you buy things and you don't like them, you return it. That is called as purchase return or return outward. Sales. What is a sales? Means whatever you sell out to somebody, goods sold for cash, it's a sales. Any activity which involves in bringing in of cash or raising up a debtor will be called as a sales activity. What is sales return? Somebody else does not like my goods and for him the goods are to be returned to me. So in that case it will be my sales return, right? Sales came back to me, return inward, alright? Revenue from operations, all what I do in the business, and if I generate some money from it, it will be called as revenue from operations. Operations basically means वो सारी activities जो business के नाम पे हम करते हैं. पैसों का लेन देन, किसी कस्टमर को कन्विंस करना कि वो हमारा सामान खरीद ले, अपनी चीज़ों को एडवर्टाइज करना, all these come under operating activities या operations, and revenue generated from all these activities come under revenue from operations. What are goods? The goods, the material which are meant to be resold and we purchase them. Stock, closing stock हो सकता है, raw material हो सकता है, work in progress हो सकता है. What is raw material? Which is unfinished, right? Work in progress means which is semi-finished, and finished product ready to be sold. If this is a rock particle of chalk is a raw material, processed into a powder but still in the making, this is a work in progress, and finished into a chalk, this is a finished product, right? Trade receivables, two types of trade receivables होते हैं, debtors होते हैं और BR, bills receivable होते हैं. Then trade payables, two types के होते हैं, creditors और bills payable. You have to pay your trade payables and from trade receivables you receive money. Trade receivables have a debit balance and trade payables have a credit balance. Then what else is there? So many of them are there. Then a voucher, you have studied in detail. What is a voucher? कोई भी written slip which is a proof that a transaction has taken place or it will take place is called as a voucher. What is discount? Trade discount and cash discount. Trade discount given at the time of sales or purchase and the accounting treatment is not made, only the amount is subtracted. What is a cash discount? If payment is made before the promised date or on the promised date, then you receive cash discount also. Other terms include rebate. Rebate is also a kind of a discount when goods are sold which are of poor quality at a lesser price. Bad debts, now we all know what are bad debts. When the money is irrecoverable from the debtors, it is called as bad debts. डूबा हुआ पैसा is called as bad debts. Balance sheet, a statement showing liabilities and assets is a balance sheet. Please read out book value, books of account, cost of goods sold and all that. Who is a proprietor? The owner is called the proprietor. Who is solvent? Somebody who is able to pay off his dues is called as a solvent. Let me quickly move ahead. Now, theory basis of accounting, it includes the concepts, principles and conventions. Like going concern. Going concern says business is a going concern. It is started with the purpose to continue it. What is consistency? Consistency means जैसा previous year में accounting maintain करी थी वैसे ही इस year भी करेंगे, बार बार उसको change नहीं करते. Sometimes I follow double entry system, sometimes I switch to single entry system. Not that. Consistency should be there. Why? So that अगर वो similar होंगे तभी तो वो comparable होंगे. एक साल की balance sheet है और दूसरे साल की है ही नहीं, खाली vouchers है, तो कैसे कंपेयर करेंगे? इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल. देन देर इज अक्रूवल कॉन्सेप्ट. अक्रूवल कॉन्सेप्ट सेज रिकॉर्ड अ ट्रांजैक्शन एंड कंसिडर इट्स आउटस्टैंडिंग, प्रीपेड, अक्रूड और अनअक्रूड ऑल्सो. आई होप यू नो दीज फोर. आउटस्टैंडिंग, प्रीपेड, अक्रूड और अनअक्रूड भी कंसिडर करने पड़ते हैं अपार्ट फ्रॉम एक्चुअल सेल्स एंड परचेज. दिस इज द अक्रूवल कॉन्सेप्ट. Then the principles, accounting entity or business entity. Business entity means I am a separate person and my business is a separate entity. I have a separate legal existence and my business has a separate legal existence. Money measurement principle says जो कुछ भी पैसों में नहीं बताया जा सकता वो अकाउंटिंग में लिखा भी नहीं जा सकता है. Alright. Next is accounting period principle. Accounting period principle says from 1st April of any year to the 31st March of the next year is the accounting year. और इस एक साल में जो कुछ भी हुआ है उसको सबको आपको अकाउंटिंग की भाषा में रिकॉर्ड करना पड़ेगा. Full disclosure means to know the correct position. You should be able to tell all that has happened. अगर आप एमिट करेंगे ट्रांजैक्शंस को, बीच में से मिस करेंगे, गलती से लिख देंगे, जानबूझ के छोड़ देंगे, तो आपको आपकी करेक्ट फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन नहीं पता चल सकती. मटीरियलिटी प्रिंसिपल सेज an item of disclosure is material if it will influence the decision of the user. अगर कोई भी चीज़ जो any incident or any activity which takes place and which influences the decision making of the user or the writer of accounting, then it is called as a material concept. और कोई भी ऐसी चीज़ जो अकाउंटिंग प्रोसीजर को अफेक्ट नहीं करती है, डिसीजन मेकिंग को अफेक्ट नहीं करती है, वो मटीरियलिटी में नहीं आती. फॉर एग्जाम्पल the good manners of an employee not to be accounted, तो मटीरियलिटी में नहीं आता. नेक्स्ट इज प्रूडेंस और कंजर्वेटिज्म. कंजर्वेटिज्म कहता है प्रोवाइड फॉर ऑल पॉसिबल लॉसेस but do not expect a gain until it is actually happened. Okay, it tells you to be a little less optimist. आप कंसिडर करिए कि जो लॉस होने वाला है वो होगा ही, बल्कि जो इनकम होने वाली है वो नहीं भी हो सकती है. इट सेज दिस. कॉस्ट कॉन्सेप्ट और हिस्टोरिकल कॉन्सेप्ट सेज कंसिडर द फिक्स्ड एसेट एट अ हिस्टोरिकल कॉस्ट, एट द बुक वैल्यू एंड नॉट एट द मार्केट वैल्यू. क्यों? क्योंकि मार्केट वैल्यू फ्लक्चुएट होती रहती है, वेयर एज बुक वैल्यू इज फिक्स्ड. इन इंडिया वी फॉलो द हिस्टोरिकल कॉस्ट कॉन्सेप्ट. मैचिंग कॉन्सेप्ट और मैचिंग प्रिंसिपल, there has to be a relativity between the two aspects of accounting, debit aspect and the credit aspect. Dual aspect or duality is also the same. Capital plus liability should always be equal to asset, or you can say the debits should also be equal to the always be equal to the credits. You talk about account, you talk about journal entries, or you talk about trial balance, or you talk about the balance sheet. Liability columns should always be equal to the asset side, and when the total balances or becomes equal, then we say that we have done the whole accounting procedure correct. Revenue recognition. Revenue recognition means recognize the revenue the moment it takes place. Find out where your sale or profit has taken place. वेरीफाइबल ऑब्जेक्टिव मीन्स ट्रांजैक्शंस आर रिकॉर्डेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ एविडेंस. अगर कोई वाउचर हमसे गलती से खो गया, इसका मतलब है हम साबित नहीं कर पाएंगे कि हमने सेल्स करी. वेरिफिकेशन के लिए हमें वाउचर्स की ज़रूरत होती है. एंड वेरीफाइबल ऑब्जेक्टिव सेज प्लीज कीप द वाउचर्स सेफ सो दैट यू कैन यूज देम एट द टाइम ऑफ अकाउंटिंग. आई थिंक दिस मच इज ओवर. Now when it comes to accounting equation, remember the two tables which I have given you. One for the outstanding, prepaid, accrued and unaccrued. When a liability is increased, when a asset is increased, when a liability is decreased, when an asset is decreased. And the second concept says when a transaction affects both the sides, liability side and asset side, and when a transaction affects only one side. अगर सिर्फ एक ही साइड का अफेक्ट कर रहा होगा, सो वन आइटम विल बी इंक्रीजिंग एंड द अदर विल बी डिक्रीजिंग। ऑन द अदर हैंड अगर वो दोनों साइड्स को अफेक्ट कर रहा होगा, सो लाइबिलिटी विल ऑल्सो इंक्रीज एंड एसेट विल ऑल्सो इंक्रीज, और लाइबिलिटी विल ऑल्सो डिक्रीज एंड एसेट विल ऑल्सो डिक्रीज। अगर सेम साइड है, सो एरोज ऑपोजिट होंगे, और अगर टू डिफरेंट साइड्स हैं तो एरोज ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में मूव करते हैं, प्लस और माइनस के हिसाब से। Practical questions will not be there any much, but please go through all the theory concepts which I have told you. With this, we come to the end of the revision. Thank you for joining.